You're listening to Sports Connections with David Smale.
The pressure of being a closer. Talk about how different it is to pitch in the ninth inning with your, when you're trying to protect the lead, how different it is from any other inning.
Well, I always felt like when they trust you to get the last out of the game, I don't care if it's the last out or the last 5 outs or 7 outs, whatever it might be, that's a responsibility that should not be taken lightly. I think it's something that you kind of go out there, and I always would say it's kind of like being on the high wire without a net under you. So there's really, there's no margin for error. If you don't do your job, then the results are not pretty.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was something that, once you're established and you're given that responsibility, it's something that you have to take very serious, and it's a lot more important than maybe pitching in an 11-1 ball game just to get through the game. And so I just felt like that was something that a lot of players go one direction or another based on the situation. For me, fortunately, I went in a better direction when it was a more intense situation, whether it be a tough situation with runners or a tough situation with the game. It seemed like it made me a little better. Some guys, it's a little more difficult. I remember we were in Cleveland one year, and I pitched like 3 games in a row, and I believe it was Bob Boone was maybe managing, and he said, "Look," he goes, "you got the day off," and so I'm not even going to be pitching that day. Well, it turns out to be a save situation, and Billy Brewer was the guy that was going to be asked to get the last 3 outs of the game, and he did. It was an intense situation. He gets the last 3 outs of the game. He earns the save, and after the game, he comes to me and he said, "Man," he goes, "you can have that job." Because that's and Cleveland is one of the worst places or the most difficult places to close out games anyway, especially back in those days when they had sellouts for all those consecutive games, and their crowd was kind of like an extra man on their team. But to me that's what it's all about.
Thanks for listening to Sports Connections with David Smale. Make sure to subscribe, follow, and rate the show from your favorite podcast platform. You can learn more about David Smale and his work by visiting davidsmalebooks.com. Don't forget to join us weekly for new episodes. Until next time.